Is it working now? Okay, it's working now. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill OBS. um, that whole time it was doing nothing with my microphone. Which is weird because I haven't unplugged my mic since last time. Whatever. Anyways. As I was saying, or attempting to say anyways, we're up to level 20 on Gladiator now. I did some grinding, which is good because now I get to unlock stuff. And we can run dungeons after this, or at least I can in my spare time. So we're just gonna start. We're gonna do the, I think 4 total class quests we've got lined up. Let's see. Okay, we gotta get to the Gladiator Guild. I believe that's on the other map. You know, we'll probably round out the stream tonight unlocking another class. Okay. Hail, Miku, you've come at a good time. I have another task I wish to assign you. The Immortal Flames and the Brass Blades have both requested the Guild's assistance in maintaining security at Camp Drybone, vital outpost along the Royal Allegan Sunway. The Amalja have been raiding caravans with reckless abandon, creating a significant disruption in trade. Ul'dah has a long troubled history with the Amalja, so raids are not unheard of. However, this recent escalation must be addressed. Go to Camp Drybone and search for these raiders, Miku. I've already dispatched other gladiators to patrol the region, so I suggest you speak with one for more information. Oh, goody, my favorite map. Hold on. Out here. Here we go. This was, one of the maps that I was, actually farming on earlier. All of the, fates out here are about the level we need to be. I also filled out the Gladiator, rank 2 hunting log. We still need to get enough, company seals to unlock, Maelstrom rank 2. Because that is something that we will need to finish eventually, but we're not quite there yet. We still need a handful more. Get down, they're still here? Who? Who's still here? Oh. Hello. Which of these is actually stronger? 150, 260? Hello, Robert, good to see you. All the time, why? Don't worry, sister, I'll be fine. Though maybe not when the first sword is done with me, eh? Go tell her that the Amalja are dead. Leave the merchant to me. Okay. Easy enough. You seen Gladiator in the chat? Because you mentioned Gladiator. Oh. Yeah, we're just gonna do the class quests for this tonight. Or for the first hour tonight is gonna be class quests like normal. Hour-ish. You know, give or take. Although by the end of the night, I do want to unlock another class. Just so I can get another one through that awkward, like, grinding, like, moment where you need to get them up to level, like, 15 to 20-ish. Knew it was right to send you, Miku. You've done us proud. Seven hells, this place reeks of sweat. How do you expect a man to concentrate on his swordplay like this? Aldous? You remember me. How goes it, brother? Still waving your sword around like a feather duster? You. Good to see you too, Amelia, my dear. You're much more beautiful than I remember. Oh, okay. Okay, Aldous. You're alive? Where have you been all these years? Answer me. Well, you must know I'm on a spiritual journey of self-discovery. Damn it, Aldous, this is serious. We all thought you were dead, and for you to walk in here as though nothing ever happened, have you forgotten how you dishonored us? I should cut you down where you stand. Oh, that's the Amelia I remember. All fire and brimstone, I knew that pretty face could still contort itself into some terrifying shapes. Don't pout, I'm just having fun. But, as you wish, I'll go. Miku, was it? Why don't you join me in the quicksand? I could use some company, and I doubt anyone else here would be so kind. Okay, we have to follow him. Where? Hold on. It's around the corner. Alright, off to the Adventurers Guild. I haven't decided what class we're unlocking next. Oh, good, he's shimmering. Oh, you came. Sorry you had to witness that little reunion between me and Melia. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Mila. Okay. Mia, maybe? The Sword of Nald, back from the dead. You'd think I'd be greeted by throngs of adoring fans, not threats of violence. Listen, Miku, you're good with a sword, that's plain to see, but more than that, you've got purpose. There's fire burning within you. As a former man of conviction, I can recognize a kindred spirit. Geralt named her Frenzy. She's one of the... Oh, hey, wait a minute. Geralt gets, like, a mention here. It's crazy. She's one of a magnificent pair of swords that the drunken prodigy forged for Colosseum champions. The man who wielded her twin had eyes that burned like yours. Miku, Hold on. Killing them. There we go. Aldous, Sword of Nald, we've come for your head. If you do that, how the hell am I supposed to enjoy my ale? Arrogant fool, prepare to meet your maker. Hello, Jay, good to see you. Well, ain't you a bunch of impatient, humorless fellas? I don't remember anything about these quests. Up for a bit of fun, Miku? I'll lead, you follow. Literally no recollection of any of these. Can I draw their aggro at all? No? The community band performance? I didn't know there was a community band performance. As you can tell, this is a very difficult class to play. Am I gonna deal more damage with 1-2s? Not really. Oh, good. We get to kill Lalafels. That's fun. They did that flaming yo-yo song from Fantasia 2000. Or Flamingo... Wait, Flamingo yo-yo song? It's been forever since I've seen Fantasia 2000. Oh, maybe. How many groups of enemies are there? Yeah, I never did figure out which is stronger. Doing AoEs on 2 enemies or doing single target attacks on 2 enemies. The last one? Yes. Didn't think he'd go so far as to send a gang of sellswords into the quicksand in broad daylight. Why is it never a bevy of beauties? Okay, I don't like this guy. Let's continue another time, shall we? I need to find a new place to drink, one with more attractive company than this sorry lot. Okay, Oh, good. We're basically done with the quest. That's great. Gladiator's Guild. Got another one lined up tonight, so... My apologies, Miko. I meant to teach you a new technique earlier, but when that idiot arrived, I completely forgot. He's just so infuriating. Ahem. The shield lob technique will allow you to attack from afar without the need for ranged weaponry. Since we gladiators are primarily close-range fighters, the ability to draw the attention of distant enemies is a valuable asset. May it serve you well in the field, Miku. I don't need any of that. Miku, I'm glad you're here. One of our members has been attacked and gravely wounded, and I need you to go and help him. I suspect this is the work of bounty hunters. It may be a trap to lure more of us out into the open. Nevertheless, we cannot ignore our comrade's plight. When he last contacted us by Link Pearl, he said he tried to seek shelter at the Coffer and Coffin. Take this potion and search for him there. Gotta move Shield Lob to a good spot. Shield Lob is literally exactly what it sounds like. You throw your shield and it hits an enemy that's far away from you. I know, crazy. Here, have a potion. Thank you, sister. It all happened so fast. Over by the tracks to the north. I don't know who attacked me, nor why they left me alive, but I dare say the answer is out there. Surely someone saw something. Well, let's see. Oh, outside I saw him stumble in when they left the bar to take a piss. Was alone, as I recall. You say he's wounded. Thought he was just drunk. I'm not going to start saying the Apollo brainworms out loud on stream. Suspicious characters. Well, now that you mention it, I did see a strange fellow wearing a garish purple robe. At first, I thought he was talking to himself, and I realized he had a link pearl. I heard him say something about the wrong man and the Silver Bazaar. Does that help? Purple robe. That sounds familiar. It was him, I swear it. Did you find anything else? Picked this up by the tracks, eh? Might well have belonged to the bastard. Can't say I've seen the like before. Might be his Wymond. Wymond? Could tell you more. You know him, don't you? He's the bespectacled bloke who's always lounging at the Emerald Avenue in the city. Of course, being the businessman that he is, he'll probably ask to be compensated in exchange. Show that ring to Wymond, and he'll... some blah, blah, blah. Okay. So I just gotta go talk to him. Yeah, I'm not sure what class we're gonna unlock next. I already have leveling gear for, like, physical ranged, so maybe I'll do... or not physical ranged, for physical melee. So I might do, like, pugilist at the end of the night. Well, now, if it ain't Miku, everybody's favorite adventurer, you threw your lot in with the Gladiators, a questionable decision given the events of recent days, but to each his own. To what do I owe the pleasure? Have you seen this before? Oh, you put that away before someone sees it. Where in the seven hells did you get one of those rings? What? Don't you recognize the sigil? Goddamn fool. Before you go stumbling around in the brush, you ought to at least know what kind of venomous bastard's lurking within. But a long time since I am surrounded by people. Been a long time since Ulda's seen a criminal organization rise from obscurity to notoriety as quickly as the, oh my god, the Alacron? Word is they've got connections to the Brass Blades, the Syndicate, and God knows who else. But you didn't hear that from me. I want no part of whatever mess you and your mates have gotten yourselves into, understood? I might do Pugilist. We also have leveling gear for casters. Although there is only one caster unlocked, and it's, well, one that I hate. So, the ARR classes are, like, that we have left are just Marauder, Conjurer, Pugilist, Rogue, Archer, and Thaumaturge. So really it's like one from every category except melee, where there's two. So maybe I'll work on another melee. Oh, Miku, I was wondering when you might return. What news do you bring of our injured comrade? This. The Alacron. I find that hard to believe, but no matter. One of our comrades returned from Stone's Throw moments ago. A gang of bandits is said to be headed for the Silver Bazaar. They're after a man with an enormous bounty on his head. The people living here there are in grave danger. In their frenzy to find their quarry, the bandits won't scruple to destroy any property and harm civilians. And the few brass blades stationed there will be powerless to stop them. We must stop them, Miku. We'll protect the Silver Bazaar and avenge our injured guildmate. All in one fell swoop. Bit melodramatic if you ask me. Jesus. Aldous, I told you to never come here again. Couldn't sit idly by while you charge into battle against an enemy you know nothing about. Mila, a responsible guildmaster would never risk the lives of her charges like this. Who are you to lecture me about responsibility? Mila, listen to me. This is the Alacron you're dealing with. So, whatever notoriety they may have achieved means nothing to me. We'll cut them down like the common bandits they are. It's not that simple. More importantly, it's not your fight. What are you saying? They want me, Mila. I've been fending off assassination attempts ever since I returned to Thanalin. Just stay here and let me handle this. It'll be over soon, I promise. Just stay here while you go off on your own, is that it? It's been 7 years since I let you leave, Aldous. 7 years. Do you have any idea at all, what you put me through? Mila. I don't want to hear it, you selfish bastard. Do you even care about the people who suffered because of you? Just get out. We don't need your help. We'll settle this ourselves. Mila, wait, there's something you need to know. Enough. Get out. Get out. Okay. Alright. Save some for that, save some of that for the Alacran. But do not try to let Miku here come to harm while you're at it. I see. Okay. I was not expecting these 2 class quests to take like 30 minutes, in all honesty. I don't really know where we, like, are relative to the story. I know that we're just after Titan, but, like, I don't know where the next piece of content comes in, so... Actually, I think the next piece of content is Sunken Temple of Quarn. Which is optional, so we will be unlocking and doing that one probably immediately after the class quests. After we level Dragoon a little bit, I suppose. Or at least do Dragoon's class quest. It's a level 35 dungeon. Okay, we're still on level 34. Okay. There you are, Miku. Everybody's already in position. Are you prepared? Oh my god. 2 solo duties and 2 quests? You people do not know how to rest. Uh-oh. I may have bit off a little bit more than I can chew. I also didn't upgrade my gear. Oh. Cool. This is an exceptionally lazy fellow duty in terms of design. We leveled up. Never mind, they take it back. This is actually the best thing ever. Really no notes. Rejoice, gladiators, for the day is ours. Okay, go. Can I go home yet? I'm gonna take that as a no. Oh, what? But why would you be? I don't remember this even remotely. Such brittle blades, so easily broken. Perhaps the first sword is made of stronger steel. Leave her, Zana. Our business here is over. What have you done, Leovold? First sword, we must withdraw. The wounded need tending. Let us take them back to the guild. Oh, cool. Does this unlock, like, an ability or anything? No, but it does give us new gear, which is good. Give me a moment, Miku. I need to think. I wanted to spare you this, Mila. I begged you not to go. You knew, Aldous? That Leovold had... Leovold and I once fought side by side in the Colosseum. Twin swords of Nodthal, they called us. Never lost a match. Honored by the Bull of Alamigo himself. But that was then, and this is now. When I learned Leovold single-handedly transformed the Alacron from a gang of common thieves into the most feared criminal organization in Thanalin, I knew I had to return. Seems like a lifetime ago that the three of us used to train together in this hall. The Leovold I knew would never stoop so low. He was a good man, strong and true. What would drive him to do this? When I find him, I'll be sure to ask. Unfortunately, he seems determined to kill me for my curiosity. What aren't you telling me, Aldous? I'm not clever enough to keep secrets, my dear. I'm a simple man, only capable of dealing with what's right in front of me. Is that so? Tragic. He doesn't have object permanence. I'll find him, Mila. I promise. And he forgot about us. Okay. Now for Dragoon. Oh, right. No, we're level 34. We haven't unlocked the level 35 quest. Hold on. That is Summoner. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, we did the level 35 Scholar class quest. Am I remembering just fully wrong? Oh my god, get me to the Aetheryte, please. Okay, well, this one ought to be pretty short. And then once we get Dragoon to level 35, we will go and unlock Sunken Temple of Quarn, and we'll do that one. We'll queue for that as Dragoon, probably. Hello, Nadish Tola. Titan's essence infuses your aura, Miku. I foresee no further obstacles preventing us from attempting the next ritual. Shall we proceed with the austerities of Earth? I have every confidence that you will succeed in binding Titan Hedgie to your will. According to my research, the most suitable location for the ritual is a place found southwest of Alder Springs in the North Shroud. A heretofore buried layer of ancient rock, exposed by the violent upheavals of the calamity, has lent the surrounding area an overwhelming earthen aspect. The conditions will be perfect. I'll await you at your destination, Miku. I'm really glad that golem decided not to attack me. I'm 9 levels above them, so they should still be aggroable. Okay, but I didn't want a confirmation. Okay. The ritual you're about to perform is essentially no different from the austerities of flame. Instead of fire, however, you'll be concentrating on shifting your etheric balance towards the spectrum of earth. Once you've achieved the required state of earth and affinity, the primal's captured essence will tumble forth and coalesce into the stony form of Titan Edgy. As before, you must demonstrate unflinching authority if you would convince the newborn avatar to heed your commands. Let us begin. That job stone is not in her hand. I imagine I want this dead? Yes. I remember this one being really underwhelming. Oh my god, she's casting Stone Skin. What's next, Yumitra? Oh. Oh, well done, Miku. I come in search of elegant relics, and what do I find but a pair of incompetent dabblers? By what jest of fate did you chance across such undeserved power? And who might you be, sir, to so boldly question our accomplishments? If you have indeed unlocked the secrets of summoning, then you must be in possession of the very treasure I seek. How terribly convenient. I need only slay you both and take what I need from your bloody corpses. Gods below, a summoner, but how? Cease your infantile prattle. The continuation of my divine work far outweighs the worth of your pitiful lives. Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. Keep telling yourself that. I'm sorry, what skill is he using there? Gravity Force? I've never seen these abilities he's throwing on Ifrit before. Why do you struggle so? Your unwillingness to accept oblivion but delays the inevitable. Heed me, Avatar of Infernal Flame. Incinerate these fools in all-consuming hellfire. Oh. Hello. What? Ladies and gentlemen, chicken nugget. Feel nature's fury. Okay, okay. Where did... Hold on, his Ifrit just, like, vanished. I tire of this childish game. Thank your gods for granting you another day of miserable existence. I could have sworn before the camera changed there, like, the Ifrit Edgy just, like, disappeared. He's gone. What a decidedly unpleasant fellow. Well, I suggest we return to Upkalu Falls. I have no desire to linger here and chance another encounter with whomever that deranged mage was. Is this what became of Mega Ultra Chicken? Yes, actually. He became the chicken nugget, and now he's dead. Rest in peace, Mega Ultra Chicken. You will be missed. You know, I keep saying that this is the easiest class in the entire game, and I really hope you realize that I'm not joking in any way, because, this really is it for buttons that we get to press until, like, almost level 60. The new thing we're going to unlock just replaces Summon Topaz. I must say, I did not expect to meet another practitioner of the summoning arts, and I also did not expect to be suddenly fighting for my life. What precious treasure we do carry, that this callous stranger was so willing to kill us to possess it. My jobstone. Such mysteries aside, I'm most glad you were able to secure Titan Edgy before the summoner decided to unleash his fiery avatar. Without its protection, I doubt we would have survived that conflagration. The Edgy of Earth was, as was so aptly demonstrated, is not a force to be trifled with. You should certainly take the time to explore its capabilities. Yeah, it shows up and it hits things once. As well as its limitations. Be careful, however, not to neglect your other magics at your disposal. Meanwhile, I shall confer with my colleagues and the Sons of Saint Koinak and see what I might learn of the hostile summoner. We will meet anon. Can we afford anything cool yet? We can. Alright, guys, we have our choice of mounts. Ahriman, Behemoth, or Magitek Claw. I'm good with any of them. Magitech Claw? Going once. Going twice. Alright. We'll summon that one out in the field. We'll probably eventually get all three. Let's level up Dragoon by doing MSQ. And once we get to level 35 on it, we can, I suppose, just do the class quest in Quarn. I'm relieved to see you well, but come, let us discuss our next step. The word will have already reached the Maelstrom Command. Protocol requires that a representative of our order inform the High Commander of mission success. The honor is rightfully yours, Miku. Once again, I must commend you for a job well done. We shall speak again soon. Oh, right. Maelstrom Command. Aft Castle. Okay, this quest is still level 34. How much EXP are we going to get out of it? 14,000? It's good to see you, Private Miku. Word of your triumph reached me some while ago, but I'm pleased to have it personally confirmed. First Ifrit, now Titan. Truly, when I think of your achievements, I feel the loss of the Warriors of Light keenly, and there can be no greater compliment than that. You and your order are heroes. Suffice it to say, we are glad to have a scion in our ranks. I shall relay the details of your report to the Admiral forthwith. Please send my regards to the scions of the 7th Dawn. Until next time, Private. Miku, this has been Philia. Ishtola has informed me of your success. You have won a great victory for the people of Eorzea, one that shall not be forgotten. And what is more, both you and Ishtola emerged from Ogomoro unscathed. Why, Tataru and the others seemed as glad of that as they did of Titan's fall. You can look forward to a hero's welcome. I'll be awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There's much to discuss. Godspeed. Pray return to the Waking Sands. I didn't use an Aetheryte ticket. I could have. I didn't. Whatever. Maybe there's like a fate happening. There is one happening that we could do. We're just too far away from it to like get there in time to actually complete it. Rather unfortunate, but oh well. Right. Yeah, okay, remember how I said, like, oh yeah, the MSQ would actually start this week? This is what I meant. This one is glad, walking one is safe.
We'll be awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There is much to discuss. Godspeed. Thank heaven she is safe. Louisoire, do you see? Your light shines brightly in this one, and in time it will illuminate the realm once more. Oh!
Advance no further!
We have come for the one who slayed Ifrit and Titan. Bring her forth, and you may yet know mercy.
Confound it. Stay out of sight. I would leave a message with you. I surrender myself, on the condition you spare the innocents.
Conditions? There speaks the Supreme Sire. I'll grant you have courage, but you would be better served by armor.
Search all you will. The one you seek is not here.
So it would seem.
And yet you knew to look here. But how?
Hold that thought.
No!
Conditions of surrender denied.
Cease at once!
Have you not done enough?
Perhaps. Enough. We must away. Though we have not found our quarry, the High Priestess of the Scions should suffice for now. They say she also possesses the Echo. I cannot wait to hear her scream. I said enough! We leave! Bring the prisoners.
I still remember the first time I made it to this cutscene. I was like, oh yeah. I don't know. The story in the game's like, whatever. It sucks. And then I made it here. And I was like, oh, okay. Things are now happening. In case Walking One returned, this one was to say, at church in Eastern Thanalan, Walking One must claim sanctuary. This one tried to protect Walking One Minfilia from Imperial ones. Forgive this one. Save. So, the MSQ is about to start moving a bit quicker. We are still in a realm reborn, so it will not be fast by most people's measures. But it will be a bit quicker. Is something troubling you, my child? You have the look of one who has endured great suffering. Is there anything I can do to help? Anything at all? You need only ask. This one. The wild roses. I see. You may speak freely here. We are all friends of the Scions. Need to open my window. There. How could this have happened? And you're certain that Minfilia was among those taken by the Garleans? Let us pray no further harm comes to them. You may stay here for as long as you wish. It is the least I can do for a friend of Minfilia's. I've known her since she was but a child. Well do I recall the day of our first meeting. I swore then to do everything in my power to support her, and I will gladly offer the self-same service to her brother and sister Scions. So please, no matter what you require, you need not hesitate to ask. Marquez? Marquez? I'm gonna guess Marquez. Marquez, could you come here for a moment? Yes, father. If you require assistance, pray speak with Marquez. He's a bit shy, but I assure you he means well. I should explain, he's a survivor of the Battle of Cargino. Alas, his experiences took a terrible toll upon his mind. Had we not taken him into our care, he surely would have perished in the desert. Marquez, I want you to look after Miku. Do you understand? Yes, father. This one's level 35. We're gonna need to earn... Oh my god, 990 experience. Excuse me, Miku, do you have a moment? It concerns the broken horror lodge, which is found in the pocket of the man brought here for burial. There is something familiar about it. But just what I cannot say. Perhaps if I tinker with the device, it'll come to me. However, I lack the proper tools to do so. I would ask that you journey to Camp Drybone in my stead and obtain a bull-point chisel and a pair of needle-nose pincers. They are often used by goldsmiths, so perhaps they would be the best people to ask. Of course, I do not expect you to foot the bill. Here is a coin purse. That should cover it. I don't think I can gain any EXP from killing the enemies up here, but you know what? Let's try. No. I can't. God, if only there was like a decently close fate I could go and complete. But there just isn't one. There we go. You know what? Our next objective is in Camp Drybone anyways. Let's head to Carthus, which is where our next class quest is going to be anyways, and let's kill, like, maybe 2 enemies. And then after we finish this class quest, we can, Oh, we're getting elusive jump this time. That's actually not that useful of an ability. It's, like, okay. It like, backs you up a little bit. That's really all it does, though. What do you mean that didn't level me up? You. There. Oh, yeah, this is the Magitech Claw, by the way. This is the thing we've gotten. As you can tell, it's great. Okay, Alberic. It is pleasing to see how readily the dragon stirs within you. You show great potential, Miku. A potential that may well prove the difference between victory and defeat. Estinian is no ordinary dragoon. Even when set against the legendary Azures of ages past, the man is considered to be second to none. Such is his prowess. In fact, that the day he was chosen by the Eye, it was proclaimed that Huldroth the Dragon's Eye had been reborn. I mean, not to disparage your skills, Miku, but to pursue Estinian in your current state would be tantamount to suicide. As promised, I shall train you in the way of the Dragoon, that you might face Estinian as an equal. Before we commence, however, it is only fitting that you are edified regarding our origins. It all began a millennium past when our forebears resided in the southern plains in humble circumstances. The Fury, impressed by the spirit of our ancestors, decided it was meet that she make them her own. So did she appear before Haldrath's sire, a man of courage and integrity named Thordan. Oh my god, a fucking Thordan name drop already. And bade him lead her people to the promised land that would become the great nation of Ishgard. Their journey brought them to a wide chasm, whereupon Thordan and his people set to building a bridge. It was then that a dark shadow descended upon them, the great word Nidhogg. Heedless of his own safety, Thordan fearlessly charged at the colossal beast. Alas, he was pushed into the chasm by one of his own, a man seduced by the worm, and fell to his death. Upon taking up his slain sire's lance, Haldrath hurled himself at Nidhogg. Even as tears streamed down his face, the confrontation ended when the young man, his hand guided by Halon, I think it's technically Halone, I think, landed a mighty thrust that prized out Nidhogg's eye. With a terrible roar of pain, the great worm took wing and fled, while jubilation reigned below. Ishgard's priceless relic is none other than that eye taken from Nidhogg that day. It is a veritable wellspring of dragon power, even so removed from its owner. It can exert control over the hearts of men. Haldrath felt its malign influence, but his love of justice brooked no corruption, and he prevailed over the power, claiming it for his own. And so that was the first. It was that the first Azure Dragoon was born. Being derived from our foe, the power of the dragon is a thing to be loathed. But as Haldrath proved to us all, so long as our hearts burn with justice, we need not fear being taken in its thrall. But what is justice precise? Oh my god, this guy is talking forever. And there's a fate here now. Justice assumes many shapes and forms, Miku, and none can say that one is greater than another. So long as you hold fast to your beliefs and stay true to yourself, you leave no room to for the power of the dragon to master you. But enough of history. Let us return our attention to the present. A knight by the name of Sir Brucemont would see you to the next stage of your training. Seek him out at Witch Drop. Oh my god! Can I? Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna remember that Chocobo Porter for next time we have to come down here. Where is this? Below me still? Oh, do not. Oh. All right, we're good. So the adventurer seeks to become a dragoon. Ha, Sir Alberic speaks of the legends and chosen ones, but I would have you prove yourself in a more practical fashion. With your lance, defend yourself. Huh? Oh! There it is. This thing's not going to be difficult to kill. You have some skill, I'll give you that. And the glow of your sword crystal. Perhaps Sir Alberic was not wrong about you after all. Now return to him. Your training here is complete. And they're already done with us. Okay. Well, we got a lore dump. We're gonna hire a Chocobo Porter, so I don't have to try. No music on the Chocobo Porter. Oh, wait, no, I turned mount music off. I just saw a fucking firework go off. Out of my window. Y'all. It's the 8th. Stop. We are done with fireworks. No more. Stop. That's not what America does. The soul of the dragon grows ever stronger within you, Miku. Clearly, as your trial was arousing success. I need only observe your crystal to know as much. Yes, though you have only just begun to walk the. Oh my god, another one? Jesus. It is clear you possess the talent to become Estinian's equal. Go forth and make the powers you have obtained your own. When the time is right, we shall proceed with your training. Elusive jump, I'm gonna put, like, right here. That's it. That's what it does. It makes you jump backwards. Hold on. Let's unlock Quarn first. I'm like 90% certain Quarn is unlocked here in Vesper Bay. I could be wrong. Yes, okay, that's the Quarn unlock right there. Nedrick Ironheart. Hail, adventurer! You wear the expression of one who seeks new battlegrounds to hone your burgeoning skills. Do not ask how Nedrick knows. He simply knows. Now tell me, are you perchance familiar with the Sunken Temple of Quarn? I will not hold it against you if you are not. The ruins only surface when the calamities split the ground asunder. After all, any road, it is a popular destination these days for adventurers looking for new frontiers to explore. If you're keen to enjoy them, why not make the journey to southern Thanalan and visit the temple for yourself? What with the many dangers that lurk within, the Immortal Flames are keeping a close watch over the place, but a Lalafell by the name of Bibimu should be able to offer you passage. This is the second of, I think, 4? 5? 4? I think 4 optional dungeons in A Realm Reborn, like the main game. Every other optional dungeon in A Realm Reborn comes up after level 50, but wait, so it's Halatali, Qarn, I think Darkhold is optional. Technically Aurum Vale? I think those are the ones. Could be dead wrong, but pretty sure I'm correct. Welcome to the Sunken Temple of Qarn, or what remains of it at least, used by the ancient Beladians as a place to worship the sun goddess Azemia. Much about the temple's history remains shrouded in mystery. While we have sent a research team into the depths, I regret to say the investigation proceeds at a snail's pace. That is, when it proceeds at all. It would seem that the Beladians have... I've always read that as Belda in my head, because it's the counterpart to Ulda, but... No, it's Belladia. Have rigged the temple with all manner of devious traps and snares to deter temple robbers, no doubt. We have recruited adventurers to assist in disarming the traps, but be forewarned, many who have entered have yet to return. Should you wish to brave the depths, we would welcome your aid. Come on. There we go. Cue ourselves for this. This will take a little bit. For now, we just we work on MSQ, I suppose. Let me take a look at the MSQ list. Let me see how close we are to, like, content. Hold on. I'm getting messages. Okay. Fuck, where are we? We are after the naval. Oh my god. Oh, next dungeon. Let's see. So we're on the first level 35 quest. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 quests. Are those... Okay, my mic is filtering them. Why are we setting off fireworks? Whatever. Because of that, I've completely forgotten the number I just said. A ballpoint chisel, you say, and a pair of needle-nose pincers? Those things don't come cheap, you know. Here you go. Balls. I mean, yes, that should be sufficient payment. Nice doing business with you. I think we just overpaid. Ain't my money. Have you brought the tools I requested? Here you go. Something occurs to me. Please wait here a moment. It was for naught. Though I repaired the device easily, the sensation that stirs within me remains a mystery. But how? How did I do it? These hands, my hands, they moved with a mind of their own, deftly manipulating the clockwork mechanisms. There was no doubt for uncertainty. I knew exactly what to do, as though I had performed the same motions countless times before. Pardon me, Miku. This was a mistake. Please, give the horologe to Sister, Elunid? The man who once owned it is currently in her care, and I think it best that it be returned to him. Oh. Good evening to you, madam. Have you come to pay your respects to this man? Never before have I seen such a weird device. Okay, lady. You say that it measures the passing of time. Mayhap they are more common in Garlemald. I am given to understand that its cities are filled with all manner of amazing technologies. Marquez said that it belonged to the deceased. Oh dear, you don't suppose that the owner might have been a Garlean spy? May behoove us to notify the authorities in Camp Drybone, but mayhap, more importantly, how did Marquez manage to repair this device? I knew he had a talent for the trades, but this goes far beyond mending fences and thatching roofs. I recognize you now, Miku. Allow me to express my deepest condolences for those who lost their lives in the attack. I apologize if discussing this upsets you, but you should know that the bodies of your comrades are presently being removed from the waking sands and prepared for transport here. If you wish to leave this work to others, I understand. However, taking part might help you find closure. Pray return to the waking sands. 34 weapon? I don't know what weapon level we have equipped. 34. Cool. Hold on. I can get rid of a good chunk of these. Hold on. Not that, actually. There we go. And get rid of that. And that. Wait. Yes, that. And that. And that. 30 level. Oh, hey, we do have a better thing now. Let me equip that. There. Eh, you don't look like one of them church fellows. Not that I'd turn you away, no sir. As you can see, we've got a pile of unidentified bodies over yonder. No one's coming to claim them, so off to the lich yard they go. Be thankful you didn't have to go inside and see the carnage for yourself. 'Twas the stuff of nightmares, I tell ye. God's damn Imperials. I don't know what quarrel they had with these folks, and I sure as hell don't want to know. The sooner we put this behind us, the better. Say, ain't I seen you around here before, or do you just have one of them faces? Ah, never mind. Any road, there's a carriage come to haul the bodies to the lich yard out by the east gate. There's only 8 left to load up, but seeing as I'm exhausted from carrying all the others, I've a mind to leave the remainder to you. Might want to cover your nose when you work. Some of these folks are starting to turn. What is happening back here? What quest do you have? Level requirement level 47. What does that unlock? It has to be Aurum Vale, but that didn't look like Aurum Vale at all. Ain't this a fun quest? Aren't we having fun here? What happened to the big fella? Ah, forget it. Just bring the next batch and toss them back. Ain't like they'll complain if you're rough. Well, ain't you a strong one? 4 in one trip. Reckon there's no need for me to lend you a hand with the rest, hmm? Uh-huh. No need. Fort Neuraxia. Come on, let's finish this before I die of old age. They keep Neuraxia's corpse separate from the others? That's just mean. Should be all of them, thanks for the help. Reckon it won't take too long to deliver all the corpses to the lich yard. Even so, you might want to hurry back and tell them that all our work here is done. Well, they put me to work, Elunid. I see that you decided to heed my advice. I pray that, in doing so, you found some small measure of peace. The first carriage from Vesper Bay arrived not long ago, and we've begun preparing your comrades for burial. I had a hand in the initial rites, and I would like you to know that, for many, death came quickly. Rest assured that we will treat them with the utmost respect, and do everything we can do to shepherd them to Thal's realm. Although we can perform the rites for most of the scions, there is one whom we cannot accept. We would like you to return this one to her people, the sylphs of Little Solace. It is only proper that she be given into the care of her friends and family, so that they may mourn in accordance with their Celtic traditions. I feel like this isn't going to go over well, but I will do it because the quest objective tells me to do it. This one is surprised to see Walking One and Little Solace. How can these ones assist Walking One? Diraxia, but this one does not understand. Comuxio, this one has heard much wailing. This one would know what has caused such distress. Terrible news, Elder One. Awful news. Walking One has returned to Little Solace, but why? These ones have not requested further aid. Neuraxia, how did this happen? Explain everything to this one at once. So, not only Neuraxia, but many of the Walking One's friends were lost as well. Neuraxia. Neuraxia went to Thanalan at behest of this one. Walking One was with Neuraxia at the end. Tell this one that Neuraxia was brave. Tell this one that Neuraxia did not suffer. This one glad to hear Walking One's words. Thank you for bringing Neuraxia home, Walking One. These ones also wish to thank Praying Ones. Tell Praying Ones these ones will remember this kindness. This one demands vengeance. Imperial Ones must pay. Imperial Ones must suffer. When the time comes for Walking Ones to face Imperial Ones, do not forget these ones. These ones would not have Neuraxia's death be for naught. These ones will fight. And we're back here. We're going, bury me not in the lone prairie. Or on the lone prairie. Okay, we're almost done with the 35 quests. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 19 quests. We thank you for your service to the church and to the sylphs. You may be pleased to know that, in your absence, we interred the remaining scions in the Lich Yard. Perhaps you still wish to do more for your friends. If so, I would remind you that you have already done so much on their behalf. Please take a rest and set aside your burdens for now, Miku. That seems good. I'm not imagining it, Miku. I know I'm being watched. This is different. Sinister. It is as if I'm under observation. The feeling comes and goes, but I feel it. I felt it last when I ventured outside. Yes, I know I felt it. Will you look outside for me, please? It'll only take a moment. Over here. Man, if they're watching him, this is a really bad spot to do it from. Ah, hello. So, unfortunately, we are at the end of the level 35 quests now, I'm pretty sure. Like, as of this quest. So, until we, like, load into Quarn, it's gonna be kind of hard to... You were attacked, weren't you? Are you unharmed? Thank the gods. I knew it. He was watching me. But why was he watching me? What did he want with me? Did he perhaps know something of my past? If only I could have asked him. I need to think. Please, allow me a moment alone. Wait. Father Iliad must hear of this. Will you tell him for me? It's important. I think the others may come for me again. Heavens forfend. that such a thing could happen on holy ground. Do you have any idea who this man was? Did you notice anything distinctive about his garb or possessions? Well, this is Garlean steel, which means that the man who was watching Marquez was... Make haste to Camp Drybone at once. We must summon the Immortal Flames before the Imperials come. Ah! Well... We are going to be interrupted mid-cutscene. Right now. If this other DPS would just accept...
I hoped that I might be the first to speak with you. Would that I had been so fortunate.
Please? Please? Oh my god. Or not. Or they're just gonna let the timer expire. Or they're not going to do that, actually. God, that was annoying. Okay, welcome to the, Sunken Temple of Quarn. If you can't tell, I do not like this place very much. We will get into why. This is, I think, the jankiest dungeon. Second most janky dungeon in the game. At the very least, all of its bosses work, which I can't say about certain other dungeons. Time to eat an orange. So, as Dragoon, at level 35, we still do not have an AoE. So all we can really do is just focus one enemy at a time and slowly kill them. And I do mean slowly. Should have been targeting this bee from the start, but it's fine. They didn't get a chance to use its really fun skill. Those bees are able to instantly kill tanks out of nowhere through one ability. You ever see one of those casting finals thing? Drop everything to kill it, like, immediately. Oh, Mortal Ray. So that gives you a status called Doom that kills you instantly if the timer runs out and you have to step on a pressure plate to get rid of it. Doom works differently basically every single time. Hello, Pixelflora. Welcome to the stream. Most people just ignore them because the only, like, thing that happens if you don't do, the thing there is, you get one more mob pull. That isn't even part of this dungeon I hate so much. We're coming up on the part of the dungeon I hate. Nice, 36. Okay, that's basically everything I was worried about. Disciple of Magic. I'll agree on that. For when we go back to playing as Scholar. And Summoner too, I suppose. Okay, this fucking shit. So this guy is sitting on a pressure plate. That pressure plate needs to be weighed down in order to open the door. So you need to kill this guy on top of the pressure plate. He will get up and, okay, are we actually killing these? We are. Have they made it so they can't get off of these? Because neither of those motherfuckers moved. They used to just wander around and you had to, like jiggle them forward and backwards. It was awful, and why I hated this dungeon so much. If this place got a rework, I will welcome it. We've been asking for them to fix this dungeon for years, and they just never have, because the game is so picky about it. You wouldn't know it by, like, seeing it here. Half of the time it will consider them obviously being on the pressure plate as being nowhere near it. Awful. Genuinely awful. Okay, this guy, you have to kill the Golem Soulstone first before you can, hurt him, really. Yeah, no, it is really finicky. Like, if it worked properly every time, I wouldn't ever say anything about it, other than maybe it was a little annoying. But, like, no, it never works at all. Or at least it never worked. We'll have another one coming up, so if they fixed it, then we'll know. Oh. I didn't even notice the Soul Stone came back up. I was just hitting buttons. Most of the bosses in here are genuinely okay, by the way. This is a surprising example of an ARR dungeon that isn't being weighed down by boring or bad bosses, or even having to interact with objects every 5 seconds. It's straight up just, the level design is like non-functional at times. Oh, I should have graded on this. I don't know why I didn't. Whatever. Wait, that comes with a hood, doesn't it? Cannot equip gear to head. Okay, I don't want it then. 99% of the time, gear like that is not really worth using. Okay, there he is. He's on the button. Can he get off the button? I don't think he can get off the button. That's crazy. Once this croc is dead, I'll hit the button. Never mind, this croc will be the last enemy to die. Like I said, the only distinction here is you get one more set of mob pulls. Okay, this boss is like a weird one. I wonder if the mobile version reworks have been put in place yet. Because, if they have, we can't ignore the mechanics in here anymore, but if they haven't, we can just ignore them. Or not, or we can attack the Mithril Verges anyways. We really don't need to hit those guys. Oh. Okay, yeah, this boss has been reworked now. That's cool. He's no longer the most ignorable thing in the universe. He actually takes a while to die now, too. It's about damn time Quarn got a rework. This dungeon has been slowly decaying over time ever since its release. The second DPS moved out of the expected windows for this one. They really just didn't know what to do. I'll get rid of that one. It was one cast away from dying. Yep, okay, we're gonna have to do another set. I'm gonna LB him. Huh. Hmm. Was not expecting them to have fixed all of my problems with this place, actually. He's still not, like, that interesting of a boss, but he's much more engaging. Dark Knight. No, we don't need that. And that was Sunken Temple of Quarn. That was our dungeon for the night, most likely. I highly doubt we're gonna make it to, Stone Vigil. Okay, let's try this again. Look at this thing. Yep. I'll take the thigh boots.
I fondly hoped that I might be the first to speak with you. Would that I had been so fortunate. At ease, adventurer. I come not on behalf of the Empire. On the contrary, I mean to revive the scions of the Seventh Dawn. And to that end, I have come in search of a legend. The greatest engineer of our time, Master Sid Garland. I have come for you.
I fear you are mistaken, child. He is but a poor soul who bore witness to the horrors at Cartano. I beg of you, leave us in peace.
I wasn't really expecting him to ever get voiced, but okay.
Hear me, Sid. Eorzea needs you.
Sid, was it? Here. These belong to you. I thought you bore the mark of greatness. It seems that I was right. Our time together was all too brief, but it felt as though my son had returned to me. You have brought joy to an old man's life. But it is time for you to help those who truly need you.
Who are you? Alphino Leveilleur, at your service. As a scion of the Seventh Dawn, I stand against our primal and imperial foes, as my grandfather once did. 'Tis no secret what befell our order at the Waking Sands. Word has already spread across Eorzea. The repercussions are far greater than you realize. In the wake of the calamity, the three city-states focused their efforts solely on reconstruction, leaving the scions to combat the primal threat unaided. And lo, we are all but destroyed. Yet even as the nations mourn our demise and abandon what little hope they have left, we cannot forsake our duty, now least of all. The Ixal have summoned Garuda once more, and she torments the people of Kurthus as we speak. Her appetite for destruction far exceeds that of other primals. Worse, in her present incarnation, our Baldessian colleagues believe she surpasses both Ifrit and Titan in strength. Yet, therein lies an opportunity. Were we somehow to defeat Garuda, it would serve as a warning to the other beast tribes that even their mightiest gods can be felled. If we are to face our foe, we must first circumvent the tempest that shields her sanctuary. And for that, we need an airship. Your airship, Sid.
I have an airship?
Yes, Sid, you do. Your very own airship. It was last seen in the skies over Gridania, not long before the calamity, so let us begin our search there.
An airship? My airship? Oh, wait.
Oh my god. How much stress are we going to put this man under? Ah, there he is.
Come, let us put an end to the primals. Together, we will show the world that the Scions are still a force to be reckoned with.
They need my airship. They need me.
Feels really weird hearing Sid outside of the final dungeon cutscenes. What a curious twist of fate that Master Sid Garland would at last be found within our church. It defies imagination. I beg your pardon, Miku. You wish to find this airship, yes? I know not how much truth there is to it, but there is a tale known as the final flight of the Enterprise, which grew popular in the wake of the calamity. Much like the Great Gubu Wall of Ul'dah, it states that the Enterprise flew northwest from Gridania towards Korthus. Oh, we'll talk about the Great Gubu Wall next time we're walking. If true, the airship would have passed through the North Shroud, likely over Falgord Float, the closest settlement to Korthus. Mayhap the Serpents stationed there have records of the events that had transpired that day. I had hoped you might rest from your journeys for a time, but I see that the world has need of you and the Scions. Pray look after yourself and Sid, Miku. Well, since we're traveling, on the last day of Final Fantasy XIV 1.0, the GMs were spawning, I believe it was they were spawning mobs in the cities. Like really large groups of like enemies that would swarm and kill people, you know, for fun, because it was the last day. And so in response, players built effectively a massive wall of Gubu mounts, I think they were, in front of the city to prevent anyone from entering it, to like protect people. Start I can do if you miss the Enterprise. You speak of Master Garland's ship, yes? I needn't refer to the records. I know that the airship was sighted overhead 5 years ago, clearly bound for Kurthus. What became of it after that, I cannot say. If you wish to know more, I pray you speak with Flortifort at Florentel's Spire. He was on duty that day and he saw it with his own eyes. I'm unsure what it is you hope to accomplish, though. Even should you locate the ship, would you not need a man of Master Garland's caliber to fly it? I hear tell that the machinery is fiendishly complex. It's really cool that like a thing from like a community event thing from 1.0 is referenced as a canonical event within the storyline. Why am I worried about these guys? I'm 10 levels above them. I don't need to worry about it anymore. Maybe we switch to Scholar now. We're level 38 on Dragoon. So we're good on Dragoon EXP for a while. Come in search of Vortifart. Then well met, friend, for you have found him. Indeed, I have served as a whaler for many years, since before the snows came to Kurthis. What exactly is this about? Ah, the final fight of the Enterprise! I do indeed remember that day. That was the other thing. The Kurthis area was just like another grassland in 1.0, and they changed it to snow in 2.0 and onward. They claimed it, you know, like the story reason is that the Calamity threw weather patterns out of whack and made that area go cold. But the actual explanation is that it was too similar to other 1.0 areas, and they changed it around so that we had more, so that every area felt pretty distinct in 2.0, which I think was a good change. So it's on the eve of the Battle of Cartano. Nigh on 5 years ago, I held the spire alone that night, while the bulk of our forces marched to meet the enemy in the field. Then all of a sudden, the most fantastic airship I'd ever seen splits the sky overhead. I could only watch in shock as it disappeared over the mountains to the northwest. The Enterprise wasn't destroyed during the Calamity. I'd wager it's still somewhere in Kurthis. The astrologians at the observatorium may have records which could help, but to obtain them, you would need to deal with the Ishgardians who control the region. I wouldn't expect much, though. The High Houses have long been concerned with their own affairs above all else. When Dalamud descended, they took shelter behind their gates, and even now they have little regard for the plights of other nations. Nevertheless, they may deign to assist you should you prove yourself useful. Consider providing your services to the soldiers who guard the observatorium. Though they may refuse you at first, I have little doubt they would accept aid freely offered. Awesome! We're on my favorite map! This thing needs like 3 Aetherites and it has 1. If you're wondering, by the way, where Cartano is, they mention it a lot. So this is the world map, obviously, or, you know, as much of it as I can look at. This is Lenosha. And you've got the Black Shroud. And Thanalin. We've been to all these locations, obviously. So it's Kurthis is actually here. Or not Kurthis. Cartano is actually here in this area. In Mordona somewhere. We don't, last I checked, we don't actually know where relative to the map. And it's also not a location you can freely go to. So, excuse me, can you repeat that? You wish to offer your services to House Durandare? French. And what, pray tell, do you wish to receive in exchange? Ha! How absurd, as if we'd permit an outsider to peruse the records of the observatorium. Do not mistake our courtesy for friendliness. The Holy See of Ishgard may allow foreigners to travel freely within these lands, but we do not intend to offer succor to strangers. Alright, fine. Go fuck yourself. Halloween of Mercy, are you still here? You may take shelter within our walls if you insist, but do not distract me while I'm on duty. We're stretched thin as it is. And where in the hells is that knight I sent out on patrol? He should have returned ages ago. Perhaps I have a use for you after all. If you still wish to aid us, search the wilds to the west for my missing man. You will know him by his uniform, that of House Durandare, as is mine. There's so much walking on it, and it does not help that you do not get fly until the end of the game. It's just really bad all around. I should be a DPS. I'm thinking. That would be good. Oh well, at least they can't kill me. Wait, I just realized, who the fuck is this? I was expecting to fight, like, wildlife, you know? If it wasn't for you, miss, I reckon they would have finished me off. Despicable dragon-loving bastards. Death was a mercy that they didn't deserve. I pray the rumors were mistaken, but this confirms the worst. I must immediately inform my superiors that the heretics are operating within this region. Fare thee well, friend. I should have known. I should have known. I was like, why would, you know, Ishgardians be attacking other Ishgardians? I completely forgot that the Dravanians were even, like, a group at all. I must say, I didn't actually expect you to find my knight, much less rescue him. I see I may have been premature in my judgment, miss. We are a proud people, beholden to tradition, but that does not mean we are without humility. I shall instruct the astrologians to entertain your request. However, understand that it is ultimately their decision whether or not you may peruse their records. Pray, proceed to the observatorium and introduce yourself to Admel. There you are. You're wearing a fucking dunce cap. Jeez. Ah, the lady came, come in search of the airship. This is highly unorthodox. Whatever could Sir Ludovois be thinking? It's true that we maintain meticulous records, which stretch back generations. However, because this information is used to chart Dravanian activity, access is strictly controlled. One can never be too careful with heretics and their sympathizers lurking about. If you would persist in your inquiries, pray seek an audience with Chief Astrologian Forlamon up above. I remember this tower being really tall. Also, stop blinding me, please. Yeah, okay. I remembered correctly. This tower is freakishly tall. And if I'm also remembering this correctly, this is not the only time we're going to have to come up here. No, absolutely not. Have you any inkling what it is you ask? Were our records to fall into the wrong hands, it could change the course of a war which has raged for generations. I speak not of some mere spat between southern nations. Ours is a holy crusade, and we are the arbiters of Halon's will. I will not put our great nation at risk, certainly not to help a foreigner locate a missing airship of all things. Pardon the intrusion, Forlamont. I wish to speak with you regarding the recent... Oh, I didn't realize you had a guest. Inquisitor... Fuck. That. Guillaume? I don't speak French. What the fuck? You honor us with your presence, sir. The lady was just leaving. Actually, I wanted to look at the records. Ah, you must be the one who rescued House Durandair's knight from those heretics. Doubtless they feel indebted to you. I'm told you seek an airship last seen in Kurthus 5 years ago, yes? You come to us at an inconvenient time, I fear. Much has changed in the intervening years, and little for the better. While I wish you the best of luck in your search, I would also strongly advise caution. The snows can come quickly in Kurthus. One moment you may feel as though you have a firm grasp on your surroundings, safe and secure in your knowledge, and the next you may find yourself in a wholly unfamiliar situation, blind to the dangers hidden by the blizzard. It would be wise for you to focus on a single landmark whilst traveling. Do not give in to temptation and deviate from your course. I was not aware you aided House Durandare in that fashion. Thank you, madam. Nevertheless, my decision stands. I cannot give you what you seek. You there, madam. I could not help but overhear a conversation with the chief astrologian. There may be a way I can assist you, but it would require that you perform for me a favor in exchange. An associate of mine is yet to return from his expedition to the cliffs east of the observatorium. He was adamant that he could conduct his observations alone, despite the presence of Ixal in that vicinity. If you would seek out this astrologian and confirm he is well, it would be great comfort to me. Okay, down we go. Never mind. You can't die from fall damage in this game. However, I swear to you. I swear. It's happened to me once. I swear to God. I fell off of a ledge, I want to say in a Stormblood area, and I died. It was, granted, that was during either Stormblood or Shadowbringers. So if it was a glitch that caused that, then you can die from fall damage in the Occult Crescent. That's hilarious. I have not been to the Occult Crescent yet. We're gonna be a DPS while we move through this area. Just in case we get aggroed by something stupid. Like this Ixal right here. That's how I keep dying. I keep forgetting. I'm really, like, I haven't done any of those, like, big, exploration modes. Well, I guess that's not true. I did an ungodly amount of the diadem. But that's mainly because that's the best way to level your gatherers and crafters up to level, like, 70 or 80 or something. What a relief to see someone other than a goddamn bird man. I thought I could finish my work while the Ixals were away, but they returned far quicker than I anticipated. It was all I could do to hide and hope. They might leave again before I froze. I hope they might leave again before they froze. What? Who are you? You're not one of our knights. A man of the House Durandare cannot be seen in the company of an unbeliever. Good day, madam. Yeah, okay. I hope the birdmen rip you to shreds. Anyways, that being said, I have been working on Eureka. I don't know if I've ever discussed this on stream, but, okay. So, obviously, there are mounts in this game that are really difficult to get, and there are some that are considered amongst the rarest of the rare, right? And, of those, one of them is to get all of the triple triad cards up through card number 312. And I thought to myself when I saw that it was one of the rarest mounts in the game. I thought, oh, huh, that actually sounds not bad. Just have to get 312 cards? That doesn't seem like much. You know, most of them are one from Triple Triad, like, the game, playing it, you know, and you get it randomly from, like, random drops in dungeons and such. Like, oh, it can't be that bad. Do not do it. Do not be like me. I'm like, I want to say I'm like 25 cards away. I'm really goddamn close. But, don't do it. Don't do it. The arrogant fool returned not long before you arrived, muttering about the disgrace of having been rescued by an unbeliever. Serves him right for underestimating the dangers knights face every day. But you are eager to locate your airship. It may surprise you that by saving him, you have already aided your own cause. House Durandare is quick to regard outsiders with suspicion, as it is their duty to sound the alarm when the first sign of Dravanian aggression. Yet, you have already aided them twice, for which they are now honor-bound to repay you. Even so, they will not grant you access to the Observatorium's records. That is just as well, for there are other ways you might locate your missing airship. What I propose is that you petition Lord Portelaine for an official introduction to the other high houses. The word of the House Durandare carries tremendous weight in Ishgard. Should the captain consent, you would have little trouble obtaining information from the other high houses. And down we go. Anyways, yeah, do not be like me. Don't do it. Do not try to go for the triple triad card mount. It is not worth it. It is like months of your life down the drain to stupid grinds that they require you to do. It is ridiculous. You've caused quite a stir in your short time here. First you slay 2 heretics and save a knight. Now I hear you've rescued a man of our house. I imagine you must desire something for your troubles. An introduction to the other high houses. Cannot deny that you have given us no cause to distrust you, but while you have performed 2 acts, you would have me introduce you to 3 high houses. It is only fitting that you aid us one final time, wouldn't you agree? Sure. Oh. I may or may not have even needed those. Now, I understand that you are very eager to find your missing airship. Worry not, for this task should take a woman of your skills but a moment to complete. Not long ago, a porter bound for Skyfire Locks was ambushed on the road due west of here. Though he escaped with his life, he would very much like his wares as well. On the off chance any portion of his shipment remains, I would have you travel to the scene of the robbery and take back what you find. Lest you intend to perform only a cursory search, bear in mind that recovering the stolen merchandise will endear you to House Alienart? French. Further improving the chances that they indulge your request for aid. Anyways, I mentioned that to say that getting all of the triple triad cards requires months spent in Eureka. It is bad. It is really bad. I'm currently working on Eureka, and like the 5th set of Beast Tribe quests I've had to do. Ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Gee, I wonder which one of these will spawn enemies. Could it be this one? Oh my god! Oh. I had one more cast up, and I just didn't use it. Wow, that was it. Okay. That was just a moment, huh? What are we on right now? 3 for 3? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 more quests. I don't think we'll get there tonight, but, you know, we got a dungeon done. I kind of want to set aside the last, like, 20 minutes or so to, unlocking a new class. So, we'll see. One of these days, I'm going to boot the game up on a Monday, and we're going to plow through, like, a bunch of, crafting quests. I think. Have you good tidings to share, or better yet, stolen merchandise to show? There you go. God's bless ye, friend. It's all here, every last... but wait, that chest over there looks like it might have been pillaged. Bloody hells, is that... That's, the personal property of Lord Francel, too. Are you certain? Clearly, an attempt was made to open it, but the lock appears to have held. Nevertheless, if you wish to verify the contents against your shipping manifest, be my guest. Fury, take me, a draconian rosary, in the possession of Lord Francel. Yet, perhaps this is not so difficult to fathom. House Helionart has whispered to be infested with heretics. Thank you for bringing this matter to my attention, miss. I shall inform the Inquisitors immediately. Under these circumstances, I must strongly advise against associating with House Helionart. Your other introductions will need to be postponed as well, as it is the duty of every Ishgardian to root out and destroy heretics. All else must wait until this matter is resolved. Wait a minute. You. Come closer, lass, and listen well. This is for your ears only. Lord Francel is no heretic. He's a goodly, righteous man, wholly dedicated to the cause. I know this because I served House Helionart for years prior to the calamity. You must go to Skyfire Locks and warn him of the coming storm. The Inquisitors are ruthless and will spare him no mercy. Speak to him of an Edelweiss, and he'll tell you, or he will know you for a friend. Now go. I don't really remember this part of the questline. Yeah, collecting all the cards is, like, fucking miserable, because out of nowhere, like, you'll just be working through the list, you know, as you go, and the game will be like, okay, and now here's a 50-hour grind. Just the other week, I was just working through the list as normal, and suddenly I hit one that was like, you need to be rank 3 for Shared Fates in Collusia. And if you know what that means, you know that that is not a short grind. That actually takes forever. Yes, you look as though you have something to say, do you? I see. Sir Carolot has not forgotten my mother's favorite flower. Pity it has not been seen in Kurthis since the calamity. You may speak freely here, friend. Bro, they're coming for you. That's absurd. I would sooner die than become a thrall of the dragons. Alas, it matters little what I say at this point. Although the Draconian Rosary was not found in my possession, it will still be considered by many to be proof of my heresy. I must do my utmost to prove my innocence to the Inquisitors, for if they harbor even the slightest doubt... this will only add weight to the incessant accusations our house has suffered of late. It is as though the gods themselves are plotting our fall. You risk much by coming here. It is only proper that I recompense you for this deed. Tell me what you desire, and I shall do my best to provide. Missing airship. I see. I may require prolonged effort to locate your quarry. I shall direct you to one in a better position to assist you. Lord Harchefont of the House Four Temps commands a garrison of the Camp Dragonhead. Present to him this letter of introduction, and he will surely be receptive to your needs. God, we're getting introduced to another major player. Well... a mostly major player in Heavensward. It's kind of hard to, like, figure out how they even consider him internally. Yeah, we get to meet our #1 fan! It's really weird. You'll see what I mean when we get there. If you've never seen this man before, you have seen him 3 times, and I promise you have seen him 3 times. The guy in the Lancer quests looks exactly like him, but like a Duskrite. And there's a guy who stands behind Connie Senna who looks exactly like him. There he is! Good old Harchefont. He's basically just like a throwaway Elizin model, and you can tell they kind of... I don't think he even has an ARR voice actor. So you can tell that, like, they didn't really intend on him being, like, a really important character, and then in Heavensward he's suddenly extremely important out of nowhere. The unmistakable swagger of a well-traveled adventurer. If you are come to pay your respects, be at ease, friend. I am not one to stand on formality. Truth be told, I would gladly welcome many and more brave souls like yourself. But enough chatter. Pray, tell me why you have come. If there is any justice in this world, these charges will receive no serious consideration. It is beyond inconceivable. Yes, the letter made mention of a pressing matter for which you required assistance. What might that be? So this enterprise you speak of was last seen above Kurthus before the calamity 5 years ago. I fear it may prove difficult to find any eyewitnesses to these events, for, while Ishgard did not participate in the Battle of Cartano, we were embroiled in our own internal conflicts at the time. Nevertheless, I will make inquiries on your behalf and share with you my findings in the future. In the meantime, please enjoy the hospitality of Camp Dragonhead. I will see that you were afforded every courtesy as a guest of House Forton. Yeah. Nice. Honestly, my goal is to level every single ARR class up to, at the very minimum, level 30 by the time we're done with ARR. Ideally level 50, but that might take a bit. I want all the job stones, at the very least. As you have doubtless realized by now, the high houses of Ishgard, House Forton included, are either unable or unwilling to offer you formal assistance in your search. However, that does not mean there are not influential individuals within within each house that are sympathetic to your cause. I shall be sending missives to their various representatives in Ishgard, though I suspect it would be quicker and more efficient if we were to make inquiries on your own. Lady Ninne of mine own House Forton, who resides here in Camp Dragonhead, rather enjoys the company of travelers. There's also Cravelin of House Hallienart, who can be found at Skyfire Locks, though any information you pry from the scribe may prove difficult to parse. Have you spoken with Chief Astrologian of House Durandare yet? Really? Perhaps he will be more accommodating once I inform him that you are a friend of House Forton. He did want to feel involved. He also wanted to ask Harchevon if he had games on his phone. Look at him. Oh, he's running away. Do not concern yourself with House Demile. I shall contact them myself. Seek the counsel of the three I mentioned and return to me when finished. Hold on. I should have... haven't opened this menu yet. We do have it. We have the Tombstone emote because I have logged in through the mobile app once. Not to be confused with Final Fantasy XIV mobile. Completely separate thing. Okay. Where is this person that I'm looking for? Over here, I assume? There you are. Why, hello, good madam. What's that? An airship, you say? I hate to disappoint you, but I know nothing of what you seek. Likely no one of House Forton does. Or if they did, I would definitely know as well. The topic on everyone's lips these days is what will become of young Lord Francel. Some say the allegations are long overdue, given how many members of House Hallienard have been found guilty of heresy in recent days. I do kind of remember this questline. A little bit. I remember how it concludes, which we will not get to tonight, very likely. We'll see how long it takes to do this quest, but... Talk of Kurthus? This might be the last one we do for the evening. And then we'll go and work on unlocking some classes. I might unlock like 2 of them at once. Maybe Pugilist and Rogue at the same time. I've never played Ninja before, so I won't know what I'm doing with that one. Or we could unlock Marauder. That'd be a good one to unlock, probably. Conjurer, maybe. All I know is I hate playing Black Mage, so I'm going to be using everything in my power to skip leveling that one. And not purchasing a level skip. Hold on, grant me strength. There must be some way to... Oh, who are you? A friend of Lord Harchefont? I want to help you, I truly do, but these accusations of heresy have thrown House Leonard into chaos. Right now, we must focus on combating these charges and preserving our reputation. And we go around the crocodile. I don't know, which one would you guys like to unlock next? The options, as of right now, I'm only going to do the ARR quests. Or the ARR classes. Are Marauder, Pugilist, Rogue, Conjurer, Archer, and Thaumaturge. I'm mainly planning on using these to show off the quest lines. You know? I wouldn't feel like I'm doing this right if I'm not showing every job quest line. You know? How about the tank class we haven't unlocked yet? Yeah, okay. Let's do Marauder then. I gather you've been busy since last we spoke. Lord Harchefont's missive was positively glowing. But if you think his endorsement is cause for me to disregard Ishgardian policies, then you are sorely mistaken. We are at war, madam, and the enemy grows bolder by the day. Why, in the short time since Inquisitor Guilliarm arrived in Kurthus, countless heretics have been discovered, and even amongst the elite of Ishgardian society. If Lord Harchefont wishes to waste his days chasing after a long-lost airship, then that is his choice. But if he expects others to share in his folly, then he is truly blind to the present state of affairs. Okay, we're gonna call MSQ there, right at 11:30. How many... We're on Talk of Kurthus? Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11... 11 quests to the next dungeon. So we'll likely get to that next time. And then it's 12 quests to the next thing after that. So, alright, let's return to Limsa. And let's unlock Marauder real fast. Oops. Knocking over my entire desk. Don't mind me. It's funny. We've been to the Marauders Guild, actually, quite a bit. We just haven't been there to actually do the Marauder class quests. Now, I will warn you guys, okay? I don't remember the Marauder quests. They could be the best quests in the universe. The class that this thing upgrades to, Warrior, has an incredibly stupid quest line. I struggle to not call it a joke. Like, it's something. Oh, there, adventurer. Curious about the Marauders Guild, are ye? Any axe worth wielding needs 2 hands on the haft, and has a blade what can chop cleanly through a galley's mast. That's the kind of weapon our members train to use with deceptive swiftness and brutal force. If you're of mind to make this Marauder's art your life's work, then our guild welcomes you with open arms. Oh, excuse me. What say ye, lass? Keen to join the ranks? Sure. Well then, here's a bit of guild history so you know what you're getting into. It all started with ships, see? What have ships got to do with axes, you ask? Well, building them would probably be pretty bloody difficult without a sturdy tool to lop down trees for timber. And since only the navigator herself knows when a ship will run afoul of a storm, or worse, it makes sense for the crew's carpenter to carry an axe on board. But any tool on a ship can become a weapon, and the axe is perfect for hooking yourself over the rail of an enemy vessel, letting loose a whirl of steel, and generally laying waste to all about you. As more seafarers took up the axe as their weapon of choice, so did the bloody art of the Marauder begin to take shape, especially among pirates, where strength and skill decided your place in the world. Without an eye to assembling crews of battle-ready raiders, the pirates started teaching the proper way to wield the chopping blade to their new recruits, and that's how the Marauders Guild first came to be. After the Gladiator Accord was signed, though, the Marauders Guild was never the same. It was taken over, restructured, and purged of its pirate elements. It had been reborn as an institution dedicated to naught but the teaching of axe fighting. The members of this new Marauders Guild weren't no greed-driven cutthroats, neither. They were warriors that sought to use their martial prowess for the good of society. Still keen, are you? Think it over and let me know if you decide to join our ranks. You decided then? You're ready to join the Marauders Guild? Alright then, all that needs doing now is to speak the Axe Master himself. Sounds simple. I've seen folks slink out the door rather than put themselves in the path of that unnerving glare. That's the bulk right there in the middle of the room. Wern Zone's his name. Put some steel in your spine and look him straight in the eye when you talk to him, lass. Good fortune to you. Yes, I'm Wern Zone, Axe Master they call me. Not the most imaginative titles, I agree, but one should not underestimate the value of directness. I welcome your interest in our guild. The art of the Marauder is used to rend, to cleave, and to destroy. It is not our way to simply outfight our adversaries. We seek to overwhelm them. A Marauder must be powerful, the most powerful and enduring presence on the battlefield. We must account for the most enemies defeated. Our role in combat is that of a steel whirlwind, dealing death and destruction without equal. No doubt the question has already been put to you by Blauthoda, but once more I shall challenge your commitment. Are you prepared for the bloody carnage that awaits you, or that awaits an initiate of the Marauders Guild? Trust me, I, Hatsune Miku, am ready for carnage. Very well, your name? Attend me well then, Miku. Hold fast to this moment of dedication. The path of the Marauder is jagged and perilous one. The blood that spills at your feet will oftentimes be your own. I present to you this axe as a symbol of your commitment. Your first lesson shall be how to hold it. Now grip the haft with both hands and set yourself in the solid stance. Alright, so we gotta talk about Warrior. We gotta talk about this class just in general. It may not seem it, but we've just been handed the most powerful tank class in the game. And it is not close. Oh my god. There we go. It isn't close. It isn't even like kind of close. You cut a striking figure, Miku, but heroic posing is unlikely to cut a swath through your enemies. You stand now as a student of the axe. Let us waste no time in testing the edge of your chosen weapon. You shall wade straight away into combat as befits a novice of our discipline. Go forth and stray the bleeding, scurrying, crawling pests that plague the outskirts of Limsa. Lost lambs, wharf rats, and little ladybugs shall be your piteous adversaries this day. Return to me once 3 of each creature have fallen to your blade. It's always insane to watch Warrior solo an entire boss. Yeah, they can do that in like Dawn Trail content. This class is insane. Is it, hold on. Middle Lenosha? It's Middle Lenosha. It has the most self-healing out of any tank class. No exception. Just the most. Hold on. We have to set up our, fucking general actions. Let's see. Limit break can go like here. We don't really need it on tank very often. You do still need it hotbarred, but you don't hit the button ever. Yeah, this class has the most self-healing in the game by far, other than being an actual healer. Which even then, your defenses get chewed through so quickly, like it doesn't matter. Solo people use this class a lot. It's like the #1 class for solo level, like solo content. You know, obviously there's like the Wrath Games series, but it has, and I can't stress this enough, it has never been toppled as the strongest class for solo content. Ever. So yeah, there have been a number of people howling for the nerfing of Warrior. And look, I don't know if I'd go that far. I do agree that it is, like, hilariously unbalanced. But it's not going to solo, like, a trial boss by itself. It's just capable of, like, trivializing most dungeons in the game by itself, which I think is probably fine. Because they don't deal much damage. I can tell you that much. They can deal damage. They have, like, a solid burst window. But it's some of the lower damage on a tank. I think technically Dark Knight is the highest right now, I think. I could be wrong about that. It could be Gunbreaker still. But it's one of those two, and whichever one isn't number one, the other one follows it up. And then I'm pretty sure Paladin is the lowest damage on a tank at the moment. They might have buffed it, you know, since I last checked. But it was at the point where having a Paladin in your team was preventing people from clearing Savage raids. Like, at all. You return to me a different woman. Already your face shows a harder cast. A realization of the slaughter of which you are capable. But there is much training to be done. Before you will wield this axe to its fullest potential, learn well your lessons, build your strength, and make of each swing an instinctive act. Every blow of your weapon will clear another step towards the mastery of the Marauder way. Implacable, relentless. Such must be your momentum on both practice grounds and the battlefield. Ah, we're so close. Yeah, no, Paladin was really bad in Endwalker. I don't know where it's at right now. Let's do the level 5 class quest. What do I need to kill on my hunting log? Just a bunch of stuff here. Bee clouds. We need to kill bee clouds and tiny mandragoras. Okay. Why am I just walking? I can... Bee cloud. What the fuck? Is there a fate spawning here? Yes, there's a fate happening over there. Let's do that. I was below the recommended level for the fate, and now I'm not. Hope it's better because I just picked it up. I mean, if you don't Savage Raid, it's probably not a problem. Or I should correct that. If you don't do current Savage Raids. I do Savage Raids, I just don't do the current ones. Yeah, I'll take a million fucking level ups. That's fine. We could probably upgrade our gear now, but... See, there we go. Why are all of the yellow jackets over there and not fighting these guys? Ah, there we go. Let's get those bee clouds while we're here. Might even be able to do the level 10 class quest at this rate. Ah, bees, bees. Let me teleport back to Limsa, and I'm gonna look up the current class tier list. Overgear. Is this up to date? Hold on. I mean, Picto's on this list, right? Yeah. Yeah, every tank is considered S tier except for Paladin, which is considered B tier. The only other B tier class is Machinist. And I can tell you exactly why Machinist is B tier. As somebody who has leveled it a few times on multiple characters, that class almost just needs a full rework. Like, from the ground up. It's pretty bad. Yeah, I know, poor Paladin. It is unfortunate. Miku, you approached me with Marauder's strides, determined, unswerving, and bereft of hesitation that marked our first meeting. I am pleased. The time has come for you to begin a new stage in your training. Now, what sets the axe aside from the Gladius or the dagger? It is the raw, unstoppable destruction wrought by its thick, heavy blade, and that overwhelming power can only be properly directed by an extraordinary physical strength. Thus, we come to the core of this day's lesson. Such strength as a Marauder must possess is developed through traditional method passed down through generations of the guild, a method that you two shall be taught to employ. Present yourself to Brownbar on the practice area downstairs, and he shall instruct you further. Yeah, so the thing about Machinist, and we haven't gotten to the point where we can even unlock Machinist yet, but the problem with it is that any amount of downtime fucks it. It gets so ruined by downtime. Downtime means that it can't prepare any of its strong attacks for burst windows. So if a boss like leaves for like a minute or so, you can't build up battery or heat meter at all. It's awful. They need... So like, you know how Samurai has that meditate ability where you can start just meditating in the middle of battle during downtime? And, like, gain some stuff on your gauges, they need, like, a battery crank so that they can increase their battery gauge while a boss is not present. It's really bad that they don't have that. And they haven't had that ever. We are in Dawn Trail. That was introduced in Heaven's Word. Axemaster told me you'd be on your way. My name's Brownbar. It's good to meet a new Marauder. Now, we axe wielders build strength and control by splitting boulders. That's right, our traditional method involves smashing a rock with your axe. But you can't just use any old swing. You need to hit the rock just so. Rotegeim, a fellow Marauder, is waiting just outside the Zephyr Gate, by the bridge over by the Rogue River. She'll tell you how it's done. It's in Middle Lenosha, okay. Yeah, Machinist is just like an all-around very depressing class when it comes to the quality of the stuff it can like actually do. Because I will admit, in runs where bosses do not disappear, Machinist's damage is very high. That being said, you have to bend over backwards to be ready for burst windows, which is something that other classes that are in S tier don't have to do. Classes like Pictomancer, which has a lot of downtime activity that it can do, or Samurai, which has downtime activity. Britain's last ready to split some stone, are ye? I've 3 nice hard rocks for you to build up a sweat on. Don't try nothing fancy now, just hit him with a good solid heavy swing. I love the Warrior Quest. Or the Marauder Quest, rather. Because you get to hit rocks with an axe. I did it. I hit the rocks. Are there more rocks for me to hit? That's the way to do it last. Now you've got the idea. Why don't you have him, have at him a little harder with that heavy swing of yours? Hold nothing back. More rocks. More rocks! I've I've never seen that mount before. I didn't know you could get a mount like that. I think it's two-seater. It's gotta be two-seater. Where did they get that? I've never seen that mount before in my life. Aye, I can see you're a natural. My head's still ringing with the sound of cracking boulders. Take yourself back to Axemaster Wyrn's Zone. Oh my god, Wyrn's Zone? And let him know you're ready for something harder. Back to Limsa? Yeah, I have no clue. I've never seen that mount before. It's gonna be like a Mog Station. What do you want to bet? Ah, it's a Mog Station! Alright, I don't want it. I don't need to pay for anything other than my sub cost in this game. Ever again. So training loosened your muscles and focused your mind, Miku. An urgent request for help has arrived from the Red Rooster Stead, and I have chosen you to respond. It appears a hostile group of megalocrabs has unwittingly elected itself to the next test of your prowess. As this is your first outing on official Marauder duty, you shall be accompanied by a veteran conjurer by the name of Sulkwib. She awaits you on the floor below. May devastation follow in your wake. I should have known that mount looked like it was a two-seater, and almost all two-seaters are Mog Station only. There's like a couple that aren't, and they're really hard to get. There's like, I think, one four-seater that isn't in the Mog Station, and it is... or event, rather. And it is also extraordinarily hard to get. It's a four-seater, so extra. Yeah. There's only one of those in the game that you can get normally. There's an event one that technically doesn't make you pay for it, but I think it's 1 million MGP to get it when the event is running, and they haven't ran it in a few years. The FF15 car. And the other one is the M8S mount is a four-seater, I believe. Hi, Miku, I know who you are. My brother often has me escort his fledgling marauders on their more dangerous tasks. I suppose Wyrn's Zone expects you to give me the details. Or expects me to give you the details, then. Very well. Seems the farms need us to clear out a megalocrab nest near the Morning Widow in Lower Lenosha. I shall trust you to find your way, or your own way there. Just don't forget your axe. The regalia, I have that. Got about halfway there in MGP ahead of the event, so it wouldn't take as long. I need to start working on that on Miku. If they ever run the event again, we need 1 million MGP so that Miku can do that. It is a pain in the ass. Yeah, you have to hang around the gold saucer a lot to get 1 million MGP. Trust me, I should know. One of the fucking cards I needed made me spend over 1 million. Do not be like me. Do not go for the triple triad mount. It may seem not as strenuous, but I promise it is more strenuous than you would ever believe. Oh, that's a level 50 hunt target. You know, is it like saving up 5 billion gil or whatever it is to get the paid for mounts from like the Shadowbringers stuff or Endwalker, or I think there's one in Dawn Trail now too? No. Is it still horrible? Yes. Come on. Die. There we go. Any others? Any other hunt targets? Or hunting logs for me? Oh, that only has 30 seconds left. No river toads. Maybe the megalo crabs? Looks as if nobody's home. Mayhap they knew we were coming. Aid! I need aid! Please, it's my grandson. Them snippers have got him. I told Sigurd not to get too close. I told him. Get that weapon ready, Miku. We need to move. Now. Ah. They are shimmering. They are making me do this before I have my rank stance. Okay. Ah, bugger and shite, get away from me, you bloody great bastard. This is a child? Goodbye. God, early ARR gear always looks just so fucking ugly. I can't even pull aggro off of this lady. Oh good, there's like 4 more behind me. Oh, Rampart. Nice. Oh, hey, there's the guy. That it? Oh. A lot of crabs. There we go. Thank you, miss. I thought I was dead for sure. Can't even play outside no more with all these scary monsters about. Me ma and me da, they was both killed by some nasty bugger not so long ago. An aurochs, big as a mountain. But I bet you could beat it. I make it pay for what it did for me folks. Or to me folks. You take it easy now, son. There's a whole guild full of strapping lads and lasses like Miku here who'll be glad to do just that. All you need to do is head home with your grandpa. You let us worry about that big nasty bugger. Consider your first duty a success, Miku. It's time you headed back as well, before Wyrn's Zone begins to worry I've left your corpse for the crabs. Alright. We're gonna turn this quest in, and then that's probably gonna be it. Another Miku stream done. You know, I'm glad people seem to be enjoying them. I really do want to show off all of the class quests, at the very least. So you have shattered the shells of the megalo crabs and saved the life of a child into the bargain. Thus does our violent craft prove its merit. Well done, Miku. Though no longer a threat to the farmers, you should know that it is unusual for crabs to be found so near the stead. By all accounts, the creatures were ousted from their usual feeding grounds by a more fierce beast. The beast of which I speak is a known terror in the lands of Lenosha, ever seeking to expand its territory. That boy's parents were but two of the many victims to fall to its rampages. It is a threat that must be dealt with ere long. Do thoughts of vengeance flit through your mind to make you nurture those urges, but do not yet act upon them. This monstrosity is far beyond your present skills. If you would answer the lad's cry for revenge, then you must grow stronger. Become a raging behemoth this challenge demands. We're just going to take the money. Alright, we have to run to the aft castle now so we can log out. I'll try to level this class in between sessions. You know, I can't make any promises as to how far I'll get in leveling it, especially since I'll need to do the level 15 class quest. I'll aim for level 15. God. Those quests, if they were just a little bit shorter, we could squeeze in unlocking another one so I could level 2 of them at a time. But for now, you know, it's whatever. We're going to mend our gear. All right. Yeah, we today we got to like the actual, I'd say the real start of the MSQ, you know? Like everything that happens before that is important. It's mostly just setup stuff. The first real event of the story is the Garleans storming the Scion headquarters and killing a bunch of Scions. So yeah, that is like, you know, I'm glad we finally made it there, and, God, do we have a lot to go in terms of class leveling. I also have a plan for tackling the Beast Tribe quests, although they are going to be something else, mainly because I do not actually enjoy doing them. But I do want to show them still, so. Anyways, let's go ahead and exit game. Yeah, all right. Now, I guess as a little moment here at the end, I can talk about what I'm seeing on this tier list because it's ridiculous. Somehow Summoner is an S tier right now. I don't know how. Where's Summoner? Summoner is a magic range job. He specializes in both summoning command. In terms of raw damage output, Summoner is one of the strongest jobs in FF14. It's capable of dealing huge amounts of damage to single targets as well as large groups of enemies. It has some utility in the form of crowd control spells and powerful buffs that we use to help allies in a fight, such as Searing Light and revive allies with Resurrection. Summoner sits comfortably at the top tier of FF14 jobs, offering unique playstyle and high damage output. To unlock, okay. This is like kind of a tutorial thing. So like a yeah, no, we are Summoner's actually doing quite well right now. Hold on, I don't have the post stream up. There we go. So S tier is Gunbreaker, Warrior, Dark Knight, Samurai, Ninja, Dragoon, Monk, Dancer, Bard, Summoner, Scholar, and Astro. Summoner is the thing that really shocks me here because it's got really low damage generally outside of its burst window, but it does have one of the strongest burst windows in the entire game. So that, you know, I guess I should be less shocked about that. A tier right now is Black Mage, Red Mage, Reaper, Sage, White Mage, Viper, and Pictomancer. I'm actually shocked to see Picto only in A tier. Did they nerf it? And then B tier is Paladin and Machinist. At least from what I'm seeing. .21 tier list. I mean, this will be a little bit out of date. What am I looking at here? I assume this guy's like a higher tier raider. Oh, this guy divvied this up a lot. Yeah, okay. It seems to be just like a matter of perspective. Anyways, I'm gonna call it there. I'm not gonna do a long post stream today. Thank you guys so much for watching. A lot of fun. Upcoming stuff. Lies of P on Thursday, and DMC on Friday. No weirdness this week. Just normal days. So if you want to see me play through Lies of P, or if you want to see good old Dante, good old reboot Dante. We're about halfway through that game right now, not counting the DLC. So, those are the days, and we'll be back again next week for Miku. As far as edited content goes, I'm still not really... Well, okay, I've got projects in the works. They're not ready yet. They'll be out when they're ready. Otherwise, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, have a great night, everybody.